Hey everybody, and welcome to Woodcrest Bonsai. So I changed my name to Woodcrest instead of Bonsai by Alan because there's another Alan on the internet, and every time people search for me, he comes up because the YouTube algorithm just favors him because he's been around so much longer. Today I'm going to work on this Dwarf Jade. I got this tree from my friend who liquidated her collection. And so typically I would not have the main branch this low, but I told her I would honor her style. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any major giant chops on this tree. These two branches here are also pretty much parallel branches, but I'm not going to worry about that either. What I am going to do is just wire everything down. And just doing that is going to make this tree look so much more majestic. And it's interesting because it has a little tiny sprout right here that of course needs to come off. You just pop that off. And as you spin it around, there's a couple more little sprouts in the back and a few weeds. Weeds aren't too bad on this guy. A couple of little more sprouts on the back, which also have no reason to be there. And then, we've got growth like this, which is all tall and leggy. But for the most part, it's behaving pretty well as far as excess growth. So I'm going to spin it this way because when I wire a branch, I want it facing me. And this first main branch is going to take pretty thick wire. And do I have wire thick enough to even do that? How about this piece here? Is that going to work? I think it will. This branch is so low that I'm going to anchor the wire into the ground, into the soil, whatever. And as is typical with some of the trees I've been wiring lately, this part here really doesn't need to go down all that much. It's just this upper part, so don't really need super heavy duty wire to try to bend this really thick part. Just going to bend the part that's out here. Trying to keep from crushing anything. This branch has pretty good ramification. So once I get to the end, I'm not really sure where the apex is because it really does branch out really nicely, which is what you want. Because if you look at old trees in nature, that's what they do. So now let's just bend this guy down. Let's see how it looks. And I don't think that wire was, well, I guess it's alright. And then this guy could use to be wired down too. So we'll get a piece for him. And I think for the rest of the process, I may just do it off camera. The wiring process is pretty much the same for everything. So. think I'm going to do that. So once I've got everything wired up and it's all nice and happy and clean, then I will show you the finished product. So here's the finished product. And it looks a lot more what I would call telephone pole. And that's just because now that it's wired, we have spaces that need to fill in. So I would like this branch here to be thicker and fill in here. And then we have some other smaller branches that really need to fill in. And the top is also got some flaws because from right here to right here, it's basically the very same thickness, stovepipe branch. So I may, at some future date, chop it to there and then bring this little guy up as the leader, which would create much more taper and more movement. And then I'm also planning on letting these guys grow out more. And all in here too, this needs to be much fuller. But it's a good start. And in the camera, it really looks like a telephone pole. And the stovepipe is very easy to spot. There's also this branch here has all this growth growing up. But if we take that out, then the stovepipe is just glaring. So I left that for now. But taking off the top here and bringing this guy up as the new leader, I think is the best way to get rid of that horrible lack of taper. And now it just needs to develop some more. There was some pretty major limbs, one right here and one right here, that were coming up on this branch, so I shortened them quite a bit. Another one right here. But for the most part, it really didn't need that much trimming. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will be giving update notifications on all the trees that I do. And leave a comment if you'd like. And once again, I'm now called Woodcrest Bonsai, which was the neighborhood where I grew up as a kid. So, same content, same person, same everything. Just hopefully distinguish myself from the other Alan that also does bonsai. That when you search for me, you invariably get him. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.